Yo, what's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a. Ooh, I look good in this jersey today. Today we're taking a look at some trades here. A big one for the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Chicago Blackhawks. One of the many blockbusters we saw today. So we'll be getting into that. So the big trade, the Seth Jones trade, is official. The Chicago Blackhawks acquire defenseman Seth Jones, a 2021 first round pick, which is 31st overall, 32nd overall, and a 2022 sixth round pick. The Columbus Blue Jackets acquire defenseman Adam Boqvist, a 2022 first round pick, 11th overall, a 2022 first round pick from the Blackhawks, and a 2021 second round pick. So a lot going the other way to the Blue Jackets. They get an absolute haul for Seth Jones. So, what are the Chicago Blackhawks fans, what do you get here in this trade? Okay, so you acquire a 26-year-old defenseman in Seth Jones. A lot of people see a lot out of Seth Jones. And he just made a lot of money. Seth Jones, the second he signed with the Chicago Blackhawks, now that his brother Caleb Jones is there, now Seth is there as well. He signed pen to paper, ink to pen, ink to paper, whatever you want to say. Seth Jones signs a 8-year contract that will pay him $9.5 million per season. Now, just as a reference, Miro Heiskanen just signed for $9.45 million per season, an 8-year deal with the Dallas Stars. He probably feels a little bit cheated. Like, what the hell? He just made more money than me? How does that happen? So a massive contract by Stan Bowman today, getting Seth Jones in. A really, really, really big return. They also pick up a 2021 first-round pick, which they selected Nolan Allen, a defenseman to cap off today's draft, which there was a lot of stuff right before that. But the Chicago Blackhawks, a pretty solid draft. Not to mention they also pick up a 6th-round pick in next year's draft, which just seems like an extra. Like what goes on in that trade? Okay, so it's Seth Jones and a first. And then the other way you have the 2 first, a second, and Adam Boqvist. And then what did Stan Bowman? He's like, you know what? I would really like a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. And then Kekalainen sat there and was like, okay, if you really want it, okay. We don't like going to the draft table at the end of the draft anyway, like they did a couple years ago, right? So, makes sense. But anyway, I digress. So now, what do the Blue Jackets get in this massive trade for Seth Jones? I know Blue Jackets fans were very disappointed that when Seth Jones at the end of the season said he did not want to return to Columbus, and he probably wasn't going to look to an extension next summer. He wanted to test the free agency market. So with that in mind, a lot of teams thought, well, he's probably not going to sign with us. He's probably going to want to test the free agency waters. That didn't end up being the case, but the Blue Jackets got a haul. They pick up Adam Boqvist, who is 20 years old, in the final year of his $894K contract, an entry-level contract. He was the 3rd overall pick back in the 2019 NHL draft where the Blackhawks moved up, and everybody said, oh, it's rigged. That's the draft they moved up for Boqvist, a really talented defenseman. I really think the Blue Jackets are going to like Boqvist. This is a guy that, in the future, this may be one that Stan Bowman says, I shouldn't have traded that guy. He's pretty damn good. I really like what Adam Boqvist provides, and the Blue Jackets able to get him in this deal is an absolutely huge piece. They also pick up a 2021 first-round pick, which the 11th pick is the forfeit pick from the Coyotes. I'm trying to remember I think the Blackhawks traded that draft pick. Am I not mistaken? Let me look. Yes, no, they did not. They selected Cole Sillinger. So you pick up Boqvist, Cole Sillinger, a 2022 first round pick, which is next year's Chicago pick. Now, here's the thing. That is lottery protected for the first 2 picks. So that could still be a 3rd overall selection, and the Blue Jackets get the 3rd overall pick. That could still happen. But the pick is protected if it's a number 1 or number 2 overall selection. And if that is the case, that 2022 first round pick becomes a 2023 first round pick, where I assume there is no protection on that. if the Blackhawks suck for 2 straight years and they lose the lottery, sucks to suck. That's kind of how it works. And they also pick up a 2021 second-round pick, which they ended up flipping about 10 minutes later to the Carolina Hurricanes with Don Waddell to pick up Jake Bean. I really like Jake Bean in that move. I really like that move that they get Jake Bean, which I'll be making a shorter video on that. But really, we're talking about in this deal, we're talking about Seth Jones for Adam Boqvist. And we know the rumored deal was, listen, you got to give up Kirby Dach and Alex DeBrincat. And obviously Stan Bowman kind of said, yeah, no, that's not happening. We are not giving those guys up. But he did give up Adam Boqvist. And Boqvist is not a guy to point your nose up at. Adam Boqvist, like I said, a 3rd overall draft pick, a guy that's really talented. And they also gave up a potential top 6 center in Cole Sillinger, which the Columbus Blue Jackets desperately need, and that definitely helps them out in their rebuild. This is a really good jump starter to the rebuild for the Blue Jackets. I really like the return they got for Seth Jones. They really hyped up his value. They waited till the time was right. I was really expecting the Dallas Stars to maybe get a deal done. We know that John Klingberg was in that conversation going the other way, but it didn't really make much sense. It would have had to be a 3-way deal, which makes you wonder, maybe John Klingberg could have headed to the Chicago Blackhawks if they had it their way. So, definitely interesting, to say the least. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think of this trade? Because honestly, Seth Jones, I think he's a little bit overvalued right now. And I don't say this as a diss to Seth Jones, because I think he's a very talented defenseman. But when you're talking about making more than Miro Heiskanen in Dallas, I don't know. I like Seth Jones, but the Blackhawks gave up a lot here. They gave up a piece of themselves in this trade, and hopefully it pays off for them, because Seth Jones, they have fully committed to him. Not only in terms of making the trade, in terms of the assets they lost, but they gave him a lot of money as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you have winning this trade? Because honestly, I don't really know. I hate to say it, I like the Blue Jackets, what they got for Seth Jones. I think Seth Jones is the better player right now. But Boqvist and Sillinger, those two alone, I'm not even talking about next year's 1st-round pick or the 2nd-round pick. This could get ugly for the Blackhawks over the next couple of years. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think down below. And if you guys like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL heading into free agency, because now we're starting to get to that point, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.